We are live. Good morning, everybody. It's your favorite truck driver in the whole wide world, ex-truck driver in the whole wide world, Bitcoin Ben. Here for the morning. What the pluck is going on in cryptocurrencies? And I'll put this here down here already, right there. Okay. I just want to make sure that's all right. There we go. Debbie, how are you?
I'm wonderful, Ben. A little soggy. How are you?
I'm absolutely fabulous, as always. And it's Friday, so I got on my banana shirt. And you were just explaining, you own a gym.
I do. I closed on it. My new, Arise Fitness. So excited. It's my new, I was partnered with a gentleman and he wanted to pass the torch. So it's all mine and I'm holding down the fort all by myself my first week and it's going well. I love it. Yay.
I love the entrepreneurial energy. Isn't it great?
It's wonderful. You know what's even better than that is getting people healthy. That's so exciting for me.
Yeah, it's by the way, thank you. Thank you for the patches. But let me give everyone a little history on this. All right. So, as you can tell, Deb's, I used to refer to them as health nuts. They're like exercise, hit the gym, eat right, fitness, all this stuff. And she actually introduced me to the X-Patches. And she'll tell you, I was not an easy sale. I was, let my wife try it, let me try it, we'll try it for several months, we'll give it time, no hurry. And I can honestly say, I have one on right now, like right back here, because last night, I usually sleep with them on, but yesterday I accidentally left one on all day. So last night when I slept, I took it off. Then this morning I put one on. And there's absolutely something to this frequency patches. All I can really say is that it's harmonic. It's something that harmonizes yourself. And I haven't changed anything that I was already doing. So when I added the patches, it was just, that's the only thing I added. And I just want to say thank you, because now I don't think I've healed enough that if I don't wear the patches, it actually, like, my neck will hurt if I don't wear them. And I think that's actually them healing me. And then when I don't wear it, it's out of sync almost. Yep. It's like I said, I can't explain it, but I can definitely tell you like the reality of it. And but first, before we jump in on that, the reason the headline I put was alert. Bitcoin is now being weaponized against the deep state. Trump knows. And when I wrote Trump knows. I do not just mean Donald Trump. I mean Eric Trump, Trump Jr., I think it is. And the whole Trump organization has been orange-pilled. And I mean, Trump was already more knowledgeable than people realize. See, that's one of Trump's weapons. Trump will, like any good entrepreneur, he will walk into a meeting and play it casual, not let the other side know what he knows, so that when it comes time, he actually catches them off guard with his knowledge of what he's using as his leverage. Well, folks, the Trump group is listen when I say this, folks. They're launching a platform to compete with Coinbase. Rumors going around is they might be partnering with Gemini. Now, the Winklevoss twins each recently gave Trump $500,000, or gave one of his PACs $500,000 each. That's $1 million that they gave collectively. And there's rumors that Trump is going to implement Bitcoin on Truth Social. That one I absolutely believe.
Now, how would he implement it on Truth Social then? What would that look like?
It would be a reward for the creators and the activity, where if you share a post or all of your activity would be monetized with sats. So they'd overlay the Lightning Network over Truth. So kind of like what Elon's doing. Folks, Trump and Elon are going to be doing weekly shows on X. Folks, it is getting serious now. Deb, what are you seeing from your point of view up there in New York?
Well, I'm hoping to God that Trump does partner with the Winklevoss twins, because Gemini won't allow any trading here in New York. So I'm hoping that it'll open up the door for the trading for restricted states like we are. We can't buy Bitcoin unless we sneak through a VPN or something like that. But we still have nothing here for buying any crypto of any kind. We're majorly restricted. But I do hear that the powers that be in the government are fighting for it, but we're not here yet. We're still stuck.
Yeah, and here's this is Daddy-O. Mm-hmm. Gemini is giving me shit right now about transferring cryptos off their platform. I did KYC twice, and they still want additional documentation. Total BS. And then Daddy wrote, should have used Caleb and Brown. Folks, there's a reason. I've told you for 5 years now, use Caleb and Brown. There's a link under here for Caleb and Brown. If you do not have an account with Caleb and Brown, use the link and create one, even if you don't use it right away. But you will, because Coinbase and these other exchanges are getting leaned on hard. In fact, I got good word that Coinbase is instructed to shut down when there's a rally. They don't want you to have Bitcoin, folks. They don't want the volume going to Coinbase because Coinbase is eventually where everyone sets their volumes. Right? Everyone looks at Coinbase and goes, okay, what's the real price of Bitcoin? They refer to Coinbase. Well, and if you can control the volume on Coinbase, you can control the price as posted to the general public and those who refer to Coinbase for price discovery. This is all on purpose. This is all part of the war for cryptos. Because there is a war, folks. There's a war for cryptos. And Trump's about to set off the Bitcoin. And when I say set it off, boom.
Hey, Ben, let me ask you a question on that. So Let's say when Trump gets in, right now, each state is controlling whether you can buy or sell cryptos in your state. And I know per the Constitution, that's the way the government should run, is that everything it should be state driven. Do you think that Trump, if he partners with Gemini, do you think that he will do a federal, statewide law to say that the states have to allow it? Or do you think, depending on the state leadership, we're still going to be stuck with whatever our state decides?
Great question. Easy answer. It's why Trump is referring to Bitcoin as a currency. It's why Trump himself has never referred to Bitcoin as a commodity. Because Trump knows if it's registered as a commodity, then under the stupid interpretation that the federal government can regulate commerce under the Commerce Clause, that is regulating commodities. So, no. Trump is gonna recognize the Bitcoin as a currency, as a global currency. Therefore, currency is outside of the state's authority. All right? Everything's going to change. Everything. Folks, we're going to go through some rough-ass times here. Like, taxes on the Bitcoin will go away because Trump will designate it as a currency. Because that's why he's actually talking about, because of the structure of the Bitcoin. And if you look at the laws, Bitcoin is actually registered or recognized through different government agencies as different things. One recognizes it as a commodity. Then there's another agency that recognizes it as something else, and I don't remember what they call it, but it's almost like a currency. And this is going to be such a shift in the American point of view of the Bitcoin. There's a reason Trump is actually doing what he's doing. There's a reason Trump's so Bitcoin crazy. There's a reason why the Trump family is so Bitcoin and crypto crazy. Because they understand this is the future. They understand this is how you get rid of the Federal Reserve. This is how you can switch the U.S. Federal Reserve dollar into a U.S. Treasury dollar. See, I have no problem with the U.S. Treasury issuing a currency. Not at all. That's under the purview of the executive office. It has been since the beginning of America. And Trump launching a treasury dollar, because what a treasury dollar, what a dollar bill is it's a bond. It's an at-the-moment bond, right? Where a 3-month treasury bond is at an interest rate. The dollar is at 0 interest rate. You don't get any interest holding a $1 bond because it's a current bond. It's a today bond. And you have the 3-month, the 6-month, the 1 year, the 2 year, the 3 year, the 5 year, 10 year, and the 30 year. And these are all different types of currency. And what we've done is we've actually created, well, we didn't do it, the Federal Reserve did, that because you have to understand that the Federal Reserve is the original Heather. It's the paper Heather. Because the dollar is actually pegged to Treasury bond. That's how the Federal Reserve backs up their federal note, is with Treasury bonds. Well, what Trump's going to do, Trump says he will never allow a central bank digital currency, but he will allow a treasury digital currency, like the Tether, right? That will hold treasury and Bitcoin reserves as the backing of the treasury dollar. That's what El Salvador is doing with their actual Bitcoin bonds. That's what Trump's going to do. Trump's actually going to back up the treasury note with a 20% reserve of Bitcoin, and then probably a 20% reserve of oil, then a 20% reserve of natural gas. He'll have the American dollar actually backed up with commodities and global currencies, mostly being Bitcoin as the other currencies. And once you do that, that's what gives the digital treasury dollar value, because you'll be able to go to a bank and hand them $1, and you'll be able to get Bitcoin. We are shifting. We are going back to the Andrew Jackson days, folks, where you had real banking. You had treasury dollars. You had treasury dollars that were backed up by silver. That's why, because constitutional money is not gold. Constitutional money is silver, because at the founding of America, the global elite's currency was gold. And the founding fathers adopted silver. So originally the silver was the Bitcoin of the day, where it's the people's money. It was decentralized because the elites held all the gold. That's why the elites put us on the gold standard.
And that's why they're holding down the price of silver for all these years. So we, the people, don't have the power.
Bingo. See, the elites were never afraid of gold. That's their old reliable. Well, now it's shifting where gold, although the price is rising, and probably Trump will use gold, a portion of what we have, or all of what we have here in America, in like Fort Knox or whatever, if we got gold there. Plus, we have a ton in Chocolate Mountain. We have a ton of gold in the Grand Canyon. We got gold coming out of our ass, folks. What we don't have is a ton of silver. This is going to be such a shift. Oh, hang on one second. Word from the sponsor.
Ever wondered how safe your online activities really are? How secure is your digital footprint? In the vast realm of the internet, privacy and security are paramount. Without adequate protection, your personal data might be at risk. There are solutions to these issues, and today we're going to talk about two of them. Introducing Liberty laptops from CALIX Solutions. These cutting-edge devices are meticulously designed to bolster online privacy, providing you the liberty to surf the internet incognito. The World Wide Web can be a wild frontier, but with Liberty laptops, your online privacy is always protected. We also present you crypto laptops, designed with cryptocurrency users in mind. Equipped to support a myriad of wallets and exchanges, these laptops are tailored for seamless cryptocurrency transactions. They offer enhanced security protocols to keep your digital assets safe. Crypto laptops ensures a secure and smooth cryptocurrency experience. It's time to take control of your online privacy and security. Venture over to CALIX Solutions and explore our Liberty laptops and crypto laptops. Don't forget, our affiliate program lets you earn $50 per sale. Visit calixsolutions.io now or call 7028458276 for more information, because your online safety is our priority.
All right, we're back. Okay. So, Deb, what do you think do you think we're going to make it to an election? And you're shaking your head.
We're going to make it, as in the world will still be here. Do I think we're going to have one? I don't think we're going to have a traditional election the way everybody thinks. If we do have one, I do believe it'll be paper ballots only, same day counting like it used to be. I mean, think about it, Ben. They haven't corrected the issue with the 2020 election. So if we went to a 2024 election, what's going to happen? The same thing. And I do believe that Trump and the military are in control. I think this whole thing is a big sting operation. And I think that they've sadly had to let this play out to catch all the dirty guys all the way down to the school board level. Because if you don't cut the cancer out, it's going to grow right back. So I also believe that we're going to see an overturning of the 2020 election results. I do. I really do. Have you heard about the Brunson case that was filed?
Explain that.
Well, the Brunson case, actually, they filed this, I could be wrong on the timing, maybe last year, 3 brothers, and they said that I believe it was that their rights, their constitutional rights were violated. January 6th, when they didn't have, the people in the government didn't stand up for their rights in finishing, there were people that were going to stand up and say that they opposed the election results. Correct? They were going to have the members of Congress, but that got interrupted by all the drama on January 6th, and it was never finished. They just walked away and all the drama and attacked Trump, blah, blah, blah. Well, the Brunsons are saying, wait a minute, you had a duty under your oath that you took for the Constitution to uphold my rights, and you didn't do it. So I believe this case is against everybody in Congress, disputing the fact that they didn't do what they had to do. Forget the January 6th drama. They had evidence and they had reason to believe that the results that they were given for the election weren't accurate. And that's what they're there for. These representatives in Congress are there to protect we the people, and they didn't protect we the people. So I do think that the Supreme Court has already overturned the 2020 election, but I see now why things are going so slowly in exposure, because there are so many people that they need time to see little by little by little all the corruption, the big picture, and tie it together, because this isn't just about an election. Think back to what Trump said when he was being sworn in. What did he say? He said, I'm giving the country back to you, the people. And that's exactly what he's doing. It's not about Democrat versus Republican. It's about good versus evil, and that the evil's taken over our world and it's infiltrated both the Republican and Democrat Party. It's infiltrated our way of life, our school systems, big pharma, big tech. We're being controlled. We're being programmed. And I think Trump came in to wipe it all out. I'm so excited. I can't wait for the end of this.
Yeah. And have you seen the interview Tucker Carlson put out yesterday?
No.
Okay. And I've said this for years, and no one really grasped what I was talking about. Richard Nixon was the original Trump. All right. Look at the end, which we're gonna watch it on the private server because YouTube will squash this interview. The guy who literally wrote the smoking gun report on Nixon was interviewed by Tucker Carlson. And he stated, now you have to understand what the smoking gun document was. I'll briefly explain. There was a recording of Richard Nixon talking with a few of his people. And what they did was they altered all that. They shifted the perception to make it seem like Richard Nixon had done something wrong. And they put it out to all of the media. And then Richard Nixon was pressured to, between the release of the smoking gun report and Nixon's resignation was 3 days. Right?
Why didn't Nixon come out and say it wasn't true?
Because he was receiving so much pressure from the smoking gun report. And Nixon didn't have a friend in the world as soon as that report came out. That all the politicians that he thought were, his allies ran for the fucking hills. And plus, and in this interview, all right, mind you, this is the guy who wrote the report that took Nixon down. He said it was all CIA bullshit. That the CIA initiated Watergate. That CIA created the plan for Watergate. They have witnesses, they have documentation. This guy's releasing a book and releasing documentaries on Watergate to prove that the CIA was behind the whole thing. The CIA was ordered to take down Nixon. Folks, and the reason they didn't take him out was JFK and JFK's brother. It would have been too blatantly obvious that they were just knocking people off. So they actually partnered, the CIA partnered with who were known as the plumbers. That's who actually did the actual break-in at Watergate. They were called the plumbers because they were supposed to stop the leak. And So this guy goes into details. He names names. He even talks about Hillary Clinton's involvement when she was an intern and all this stuff. This is what's actually coming out, folks. This guy wrote the report that took down Nixon. And now he's actually been saying it for years, but no one would listen to him. Because after he wrote the report, he had people actually come to him and go, no, this is not correct. This is not what happened. Then he started seeing evidence. And he's like, holy shit, I was wrong. So he tried to correct the record, and everyone squashed him. And everyone was like, nope, 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 nope. So he wrote a book. No one would publish it. No one would touch it. No one would do anything with it. And he finally was like, I can't get my voice out. And this is the sumbitch that wrote the report that took down Nixon. Well, on the private server here in a minute, I know you're very, very busy, Deb, so I'm not going to keep you much longer. But on the private server, we're going to watch the interview between Tucker Carlson and this guy. Folks, it is, once you watch it, you're like, son of a bitch, in CIA again. The CIA's behind all of this, folks.
Ben, what do you think is going to be the tipping point? People hear this all the time about JFK, all the stuff the CIA did, but there doesn't seem to be the passion of the majority to do something about it. What do you think that tipping point's going to be?
No, it's there. We've already tipped. Right? It's just the illusion that the mainstream media is putting out. Folks, Trump won the last election. You think he's lost votes or gained votes?
Oh, gained. For sure.
Right. This is going to be a red wave, folks. And now, because, see, 2020 was let to happen so they could find all of the weasels. See, in order to find the weasels, you got to let it rain and watch for the earth to move.
Do you think 2024 is going to happen? What do you think is going to happen?
Oh, absolutely. Now, the months after, those are going to be the nitty-gritty, down and dirty, better have some water in your garage months.
But if they haven't fixed the 2020 election with all the fraud, how are we going to win this election? Trump won the last one by a landslide, so...
Because it's going to be such a huge wave that they can't fake it. Literally, they won't be able to. The numbers will not even be close. And plus, there's an army of 100 to 150,000 people that are monitoring these voting facilities. And a lot of them are off-duty police officers who will be walking around because they legally can in their uniforms.
But look what just happened in Venezuela. Wasn't it Venezuela? They blatantly flipped the election results.
Yeah, it doesn't matter. Now, am I saying they're not going to try to pretend? Absolutely. It's not going to work, folks. That's why I'm telling you. There will be resistance. We will have to get out in the streets probably. I got no problem with that. I'll grab a couple hot dogs, slip on a shirt, and join the gang. Folks, if you think we're going to save our country without at least getting out in the streets, you've lost your fucking mind. Yeah. We have to make it so obvious that we won, and then it gets iffy, folks. That's when we see, do they send in the blue helmets up in China or up in Canada right now? The blue helmets and the Chinese that are on our north border and our south border, folks, it's all up to how far they want to push it. This is not going to be pretty. This is not going to be the mainstream media going, well, shucks. We lost. Folks, if you're looking for a surrender, you've lost your fucking mind. You have to win. You have to win where the enemy doesn't surrender. They lose. So get it out of your mind of we need the other side to concede. Nope, because they won't. That's okay. All's well. Just America needs this.
And God's got this, Ben. God's got this.
Absolutely.
Trump is on God. God is on Trump's side. We can't lose. God never loses. And Trump is the light. And now his running mate, I won't even say her name, is the darkness. So we got this. No worries.
Yeah, it's all good, folks. All right, now, as I was saying earlier, I'm on these patches. Folks, if you're interested in getting some of these patches, these frequency patches, yep. The X patches, I'm 100% on board. 100. I've used them for many months. All right. Absolutely. Let me put this up.
Yeah, we have a Telegram channel, guys, and an email now. So yes. Even if you just want information and you're not sure and you want to research, I'll give you whatever you need. So either email me there or go to the Telegram channel, which is BitcoinBensXpatches, and put your, you can ask questions there. The email is in there too. But the one thing I will say, nothing is a quick fix of anything. Look how long it took your body to be poisoned, be injured, and get to where it is. So unless you're going to give these things a try for at least 3 months, don't waste your time and your money. You really need to allow your body to go back the other way. And like Ben, I'm such a skeptic. I don't take medicine. I never have. I never will. This is not a medicine. It's a light frequency that I do believe in. The inventor believes that God gave him this idea and it's God's work. It's giving your body what it needs to heal itself the way God made us. And oh my gosh, it's amazing. And the people that have tried them from Ben's show, they're seeing immediate results that I'm so excited. The other thing I'd love to do, if you're using the patches, please go in the Telegram channel, share what you're seeing and what you're feeling. If we can help cure the world and increase the quality of life for everybody, that to me is a win. It's a huge win. Get your quality of life back, get your youth back, get your health back, and just take that step.
Absolutely. Absolutely. And there's a link under the show for the Telegram channel. Ask questions. I'm naive. I'm naive. The link under the show is not to buy these. It's to get information on them. That's all I'm telling people. Folks, we got to get ourselves healthier. And I just joined, or I didn't join. I had a friend reach out and go, Ben, dude, I'm taking these shots of this new it's stem cell, genuine stem cell therapy. Holy fiddle fuck. I took my shot yesterday. Within an hour, I felt this. The only way I can explain it, I felt 10 years younger. And I don't want to get gross on nobody, but when prior to that, when I would urinate, I had a very strong urine smell. I woke up this morning, had the most refreshing urine. I know this sounds gross, but I'm just being honest.
Only you, Ben.
Well, I'm just being honest. And oh my God, it flushed out like it was regular urine again.
Now, whose stem cells are they putting in you? Where are they from?
No, it stimulates your own cells.
Okay, just like the patches are doing. It's
yeah,
okay,
yeah.
Okay.
So I got the patches on my neck, and I took that shot yesterday. Folks, I got more energy. As you guys have seen, I usually have a Red Bull here in the morning. No Red Bull. I don't need it.
It's all chemicals. Yay.
Yeah. I think they're called geopeptides or geopeptide.
Copper peptides.
Yeah.
Copper peptide is what what tells your body to regrow its stem cell.
Yeah. That shot yesterday, some of my bitch. With that in this patch, my neck doesn't hurt, and I feel like 10 years, 15 years younger. Now, hang on a second. Where can I get these shots? Folks, in a month or two, once I've been using them, once they've proven to me that they work, so far so good, and I don't have any side effects, that then I'll put out a link or something. But until I go through it myself, I will not endorse anything. That's just how I roll. That way I can, like with the patches. I told Deb, let me and Kelly try these things out. Kelly religiously wears them. I'll sleep with them on, forget to take them off, and Kelly has to go take your patch off, you dumbass. And I'll have to, and she'll put one back on me and all this stuff. She manages my patch needs. And it's Folks, the technology is here. The technology is here. The global medical industrial complex is toast.
Thank God.
They are toast because we are generally we are getting back to what makes us healthy. Frequency and the ability to release natural stem cells into our bodies again. That's what the fluoride, that's what all of that's been blocking. That's why I was having like liver issues. Once again, don't want to, I haven't pissed right for 3 years, right? Just being honest, folks. I woke up this morning and I literally almost sang a hymn as I pissed.
There's a few people, Ben, that actually tried these, and within a week, they were having regular bowel movements where they weren't before. So, yeah, I mean, it's huge. And it's, not to be gross, but that's huge. You know how great you feel when your body's functioning like it should and you're not all full of, yeah.
It feels so much better. It feels so much better. All right, Deb, I'm going to let you go on. Thank you. I know you're busy. Enjoy your gym. Hey, we're up with you in like a week and a half, right?
Next weekend from this coming.
Yep. Horse track.
Yes, sir. Oh, and just let me say, I finally have my day. Hurricane Debbie. Because of Hurricane Debbie, they canceled all the horse races today.
You wiped out the horse races.
Yes, I did.
Well, Kelly loves the horse track. You saw her last year.
Yeah.
She was like, I won $11. And I was like, you high rolling mother plucker. All right, babe, I love you. I'll see you next weekend.
Sounds great. Have a great day, everybody. Thanks, Ben.
Bye-bye.
Bye-bye.
There we go. All right. She is, once again, thank you, Deb. Love of you, girl. All right, now we are going to go to the private server, folks. All right. And we're going to watch this interview about Watergate. You know who this is really going to blow his mind? Is Patrick. Patrick, when he watches this, he's going to be like, son of a bitch. I should have known it. All right, so we are going to jump over to the private server. Everyone, click under here, join the Patches Telegram, and join the private server. Everyone, join the private server.